Welcome everybody. Today's fascinating exploration of weather manipulation. I'm Seek the Truth, and today we're diving into the world of cloud seeding, HARP, and laser technologies and or weather manipulation techniques. So get ready to have your mind blown and to be educated as we uncover the science of controversies behind these intriguing methods. First up, cloud seeding. Cloud seeding involves introducing tiny particles into the clouds to encourage the formation of rain or snow. These particles act as a nuclei around which the water droplets can coalesce and eventually falling as precipitation. The process was first developed in the 1940s by Vincent Schafford, who discovered that dry ice could induce snowfall. Since then, cloud seeding has been used in various regions for things like combat, drought, and to improve water supply. So we're going to go to our TikTok's first video. Let's deep dive. Snorkel face. Here's an example of what one of them may look like. The clouds, sorry, they don't look like regular clouds apparently.
It's a fucking cloud with lights in it.
It's important to note, with all cell phone footage these days, what you're seeing isn't what actually exists. So it's doing a bunch of post-processing to try and make things look good without actually doing the zooming. So you're going to see stuff that doesn't quite look how it actually looks. That's one important thing. Second important thing, having done this for a while, I know there is an explanation, even if I don't know what it is. And that's how I felt at first about this, but I watched it a couple more times and I figured out what it was. Isn't it moving weird? So it's moving very fast, and it's also tumbling. It's like as a shape it's moving together, which isn't something a cloud would do. But the sparkly, see, I saw one of the sparkly lights. That makes it clear that what's happening is there's something internal to that.
So there you have it. That's what one might look like. Now let's hit up the history of cloud seeding, or some sort of video that'll bring us. Here's a good looking one. Shout out to this guy. Let's deep dive. Shit, boy. Sheesh.
Can we engineer the weather? Cloud seeding is a form of weather modification that can produce what we want more or less of. More rain or snow, or even smaller hail pellets. China is building the world's largest weather modification system to artificially enhance rain that will cover an area of over 2.1 million square miles by 2025. Today, at least 52 countries across the globe are using some sort of weather modification program. While it may sound too good to be true, the technology has been around for more than 75 years.
By the way, we do have some of the merch. The Wheels and Deals, my clothing brand. Wheels and Deals. We do sell Jordans. Hit us up.
They're made up of tiny water droplets. Groups of droplets form water vapor, or ice crystals. By itself, this water vapor isn't dense enough to fall to the ground as precipitation. Instead, it rises until it becomes supercooled and condenses around tiny particles of dust in the sky, called condensation nuclei. It takes billions of these condensed water droplets to form a visible cloud. In cloud seeding, a seeding agent is used as the condensation nuclei. Typical seeding agents are chemicals such as silver iodide, potassium iodide, or solid carbon dioxide. These are shot into clouds by rockets or sprayed into clouds using drones or aircraft. Unattached supercooled water vapor molecules in the clouds condense around these particles. The condensed water vapor droplets then group together, becoming larger and heavier. This process continues until the droplets are large enough to fall as rain. Recently, the UAE created artificial rain using drones. These drones targeted certain clouds with electrical discharges through concentrated lasers to force water droplets to pool in the air, triggering the desired rainfall. Today, the largest cloud seeding system in the world is found in China. China creates 55 billion tons of artificial rain a year. Other countries are also looking to ramp up cloud seeding efforts in the hope of increasing precipitation. Thailand has an ambitious aim to remove water shortages in 98% of the country's drought-affected areas by 2037. The idea behind cloud seeding is to create rain in regions that are most affected by droughts, thus reducing the impact of droughts. In 2015, cloud seeding increased the local rainfall in Texas by about 34%.
As long as they use this for good, this is actually positive. But if I could see this getting in the wrong hands and being fucked.
Technology can also be used to manage hail. According to an estimate, hailstorms in the U.S. cause an average of $15 billion in damage to homes, cars, and crops each year. Cloud seeding increases the number of ice pellets in hail-producing clouds, but decreases the size of each pellet. This can reduce the damage caused by hail. Cloud seeding can also clear away fog by turning it into precipitation, improving visibility around airports. But there is a catch. For cloud seeding to work, specific atmospheric conditions must exist. Cloud seeding can't create clouds. It can only add particles to clouds which interact with the water vapor already present in the air. Also, cloud seeding does not always go as planned. In 2009, China performed cloud seeding in an attempt to end a drought, resulting in a temperature drop and a snowstorm that closed roads around Beijing. There are also concerns about unwanted ecological changes. Rain in one area might bring drought to another, which could lead to ecological imbalances. After all, water that falls from the sky must go somewhere. If that extra precipitation falls in a place where it cannot be absorbed into the ground, then it could trigger flooding. Today, water shortages and floods affect every continent. Around 1.2 billion people, or almost one-fifth of the world's population, live in water-scarce areas. Another 500 million people face intermittent scarcity, and around 1.47 billion are directly exposed to the risk of intense flooding. While cloud seeding is not a permanent solution, it may help to reduce the number of those affected.
There you have it. So number 3, and our next thing is HAARP. It's a high-frequency active auroral research program. HAARP uses frequency radio waves to temporarily Go back to that, sorry. HAARP uses frequency radio waves to temporarily exile a limited area of ionosphere, which allowing the scientists to study properties and behavior. Which its primary goal is to advance our understanding of the ionosphere. HAARP has become the target of various conspiracy theories. Some people who believe that HAARP can control the weather or even cause natural disasters like earthquakes and hurricanes. However, there's no scientific evidence to support these claims. Let's deep dive in the next video. Snorkel face.
Now, allegedly capable of creating earthquakes and hurricanes at will. HAARP, a mysterious government facility, has allegedly been linked to every major natural disaster in the last 20 years. Massive antennas pulse energy into the atmosphere, heating up the ionosphere to unnatural levels. Critics say it's no coincidence that wherever HARP targets, catastrophe follows. From the Haiti earthquake to Hurricane Katrina, the patterns are there. The government claims it's just for studying the atmosphere, but leaked documents suggest something far more sinister. Whether it's weather warfare or population control, this 3.6 million watt facility might be the key to controlling Mother Nature herself. Can a top secret science lab really manipulate our world to this extent? Perhaps the truth is out there, buried beneath layers of classified files, waiting for those brave enough to seek it. What do you think about this theory? Follow for more history videos.
Alright, and our last topic of weather manipulation today finally is laser technology. High energy laser beams that can induce rain and lightning by activating static clouds in the method involves surrounding a central laser beam with a secondary beam that acts as an energy reservoir, allowing the primary beam to sustain itself over greater distances. Researchers are experimenting with this technology to see if it can be used to control precipitation and mitigate natural disasters.
What would happen if we could create artificial weather? Envision a future where scientists harness technology to manipulate atmospheric conditions. This capability could revolutionize agriculture, enabling crops to thrive in droughts or excessive rain. Farmers could summon rain for parched fields or disperse clouds to prevent hail damage. The potential for disaster relief is immense, allowing for controlled weather patterns in areas prone to hurricanes or floods. But with great power comes responsibility. The ethical implications are significant. Who decides when and where to create weather? Could nations weaponize this ability, leading to geopolitical tensions? Furthermore, unintended consequences may arise. Changing weather patterns could disrupt ecosystems, potentially leading to biodiversity loss. Local communities could find their climates altered, impacting agriculture and livelihoods. Also, the energy demands of such technology could exacerbate environmental issues. As we explore the boundaries of science, the prospect of creating artificial weather serves as a double-edged sword, offering solutions while posing profound risks that must be navigated carefully.
So, in conclusion, weather manipulation is a fascinating and complex field of study. Techniques like cloud seeding, HARP, and laser technology offer promising solutions to some of our most pressing environmental challenges. However, we must approach these technologies with caution and responsibility as we continue to explore the potential of weather manipulation. Let's ensure that we prioritize the well-being of our planet and its inhabitants. Thank you so much for joining us through this journey of the weather manipulation. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment with your thoughts, and until next time, stay curious and keep exploring. I'm Seek the Truth.